Arid, overcrowded and fenced off with barbed wire, this is Pournara camp in Cyprus, filled with migrants who arrived at the gates of Europe hoping for a better life. More than 1,000 men, women and children are kept here every month while filing their asylum applications. Munir is originally from Aleppo in Syria. He crossed the Mediterranean on an inflatable boat and has been staying in this temporary housing for a fortnight. All of them arrived in Cyprus on clandestine boats.
I know Cyprus authorities are under pressure because they're taking in a lot of refugees. I've seen the reports, but all other roads are closed.
Munir and the others hope they will soon be allowed to leave the camps to work. But before they can do so, they have to do the paperwork. The authorities have been overwhelmed with the number of applications.
Je vais voir vos dossiers, ok? Donnez-moi 10 minutes. On va aider tout le monde, hein? Vous aurez votre book aujourd'hui, ok?
The administration area, administration office.
Stefano Spanias is one of those in charge here. He needs to make do with limited resources to house new arrivals.
We have massive numbers of arrivals. We couldn't upgrade the place because you cannot upgrade the place when you have many people.
Health restrictions linked to the pandemic have also slowed down procedures. Migrants spend an average of 1 month locked up in this camp with no air conditioning. Temperatures often reach 40 degrees in the shade. To limit overcrowding, the Cypriot government has been building a new camp expected to house 800 people by autumn. Every month, hundreds of migrants risk their lives in the Mediterranean to cross the 160 kilometers separating Cyprus from the Lebanese coast. This is Tripoli, the second largest city in Lebanon. Here, 75% of the population lives below the poverty line. Faced with a vast economic crisis, young people feel like their only hope is to leave. 23-year-old Ibrahim already tried to reach Cyprus a year ago, but his boat had an engine failure. He was brought back to Lebanon by rescue boat after 8 days adrift out at sea.
I have photos from just before we left. We took them on the beach. I was with my friend, and he's still missing.
13 people on the boat with Ibrahim died, infants among them.
The first day we were stuck, a small child died. We had to bury him at sea. The second day another one died. We had to do the same. It had a deep impact on morale on board. People cried and screamed.
Despite the danger, Ibrahim wanted to try to reach Cyprus again with one of his friends. They each had to collect the equivalent of 1,500 euros to pay the smugglers.
We made requests at embassies, at the immigration office, but nobody replied, so we ended up doing it illegally.
They have little chance of success. Even if they reach the coast of Cyprus, they risk being immediately deported back to Lebanon. The two countries reached a return agreement last year. The sea is not the only way to reach Cyprus. Many migrants, especially Africans, take advantage of Turkey's laxity to arrive by plane via Istanbul to the Turkish part of the island, which has been under military occupation since 1974. Then all they have to do is cross the border illegally. Every day in Nicosia, about 100 asylum seekers come to the headquarters of the Caritas NGO. They are entitled to 260 euros in government benefits per month, but in order to receive them, they need an address, which the NGO provides.
So that was you, yes?
Yeah, that is me. Thank you so much. I don't know who to go to. It's only this place. I slept outside for almost a month.
You can't get your benefits without an address, and so they will use our address as a place for their correspondence.
The association also hands out food.
Hi guys, you want some bread? Here you go, that's a big one. So there's milk for cereals and proteins, beans. A lot of people who can cook prefer tomatoes and some chicken stock, basic oils. We're providing probably 10 times the amount of food that we did a year ago.
Asylum seekers are often unemployed. They're restricted to working in certain sectors such as agriculture or catering. In the coastal town of Paphos, we meet Belle, who arrived from Cameroon in 2018.
Là, on est dans ma petite chambre où je vis, mon espace de cuisine.
He's keen to help those who have just arrived, so he set up a website.
Ici, tu as les liens pour guider les nouveaux migrants.
He says it's a way to feel useful while awaiting his decision. The Cypriot authorities take an average 3 to 5 years to process an asylum request.
Et tu ne peux pas envisager un futur. Donc c'est surtout cet avenir flou là qui rend les gens emprisonnés dans la tête et qui les stresse.
Like Belle, there are 20,000 others hoping their applications will succeed. 7 out of 10 cases are rejected. Their claimants then return to their country of origin by the Cypriot government.